Поехали. Okay, so hello dear viewers. I am here, Alexei, and my co-host Daria. We are here to introduce you our new guest. So it's Alina Volynchuk. We are today telling about, I think, about personal brand, especially about judicial brand, so a lawyer brand. So Alina, please introduce yourself, and we can start.
Hi guys, my name is Alina, I'm 20 years old and I'm third year student in Kharkiv National University of Krazin, law faculty, and I'm a participant of Digital Bridge project. So today I would like to tell you about a personal brand, and I would like to, I hope that you great to listen me.
Okay, we're super happy to invite you and to see you on our short project that is connected with the interviews. So I would like to ask you the first question. What is a personal brand for you, and why do we need it? Why is it important? Like, should everybody create a personal brand for themselves or no?
Okay, thank you for the question. Let's start about what is a personal brand. For me, it's an image that develops in relation to a particular person. Like, I would like to say that it may be a tool which includes your knowledges, your skills, your strong professional and maybe personal qualities, your style, your special features, your ideas, and position on some issues, etc. So it's a tool which helps for a person to create a certain impressions of himself in society, and thanks to that he is recognizable. So personal brand forms the image for the audience that to promote some your ideas, and for me in most cases to monetize it. Like I think that it's a kind of new marketing strategy that allows you to increase sales. And in this case, I'm not talking about only business and shops. Like I talk about most of the experts and specialists, because as we know, now we can sell anything. So in the modern life, in modern world, there is a tendency for sales knowledges and for sales skills. And by the classic, if we have a demand, there is also a supply, and therefore in the order for an expert to be able to coverage the audience as much as possible, he needs a personal brand, thanks which he will occupy a certain place in the field, in his field, and will be more trusted by the audience. Like maybe I understand that it's maybe looks like in Ukraine we have the word info-цыганство, maybe you know, and
yeah, info-gypsy. Yeah, in English we also have a special term for it.
Yes, and I don't know how to even explain it. English, maybe the worst information which sells by experts, and in fact, most of the time is it, because we have a fair amount of bloggers who sells their products again, and which are really empty information. But I understood that it's really cool instrument. It's really cool tool for developing your career and to be a professional in the sphere of marketing, in the space of marketing. So it helps you to find new customers, and the customers are willing to pay more for your name, for reputation, for expertise. And in the case where we have highly competitive areas as our legal area, it's help for people to find customers in the internet like this.
Oh, thank you for the answer, but as I see, you're very maybe smart in this theme. So how do you not understand, but how you go to this theme? How do you know about it? So I know about personal brand, like don't know how to say like that it exists, but I don't know such exactly about it. So why do you know such many about it? It's very maybe there's some interesting stories about it, because maybe you have your own personal business that connects with personal brands.
No, I don't have a business, and it's not like interesting story because I started to learn it maybe 1 year ago, when I understand that to have more money, I have to develop not only in my field, in my legal field. I would like to find new customers, new clients at the internet, because it's really great space to develop, to grow, and to be a real good specialist. Yes, and now I would like to open a little business, and it's really and personal brand. It's too part of marketing, like social media marketing, etc. And to understand the audience, to understand clients, to understand what I can sell, and or what I can buy for me, like knowledges, like skills. I would like to understand how it works. And to find more information about it. And I didn't study for personal brand in any specialist again. I just looking for the internet. I learned about it by the mass media, and that's all. Like.
Okay, so maybe let's talk about it more deeper. So what makes up a personal brand? Such question will be.
Okay, like the foundation of a personal brand is a coverage in the social media, and reputation. For me, I think the reputation is probably the most important thing, because you can have small coverage of your audience, but at the time your audience completely trusts you. Just reputation is fundamentally important, because you can build it for years, and one moment spoil it with an successful statement, and like that's all. Just a little example, maybe you know about situation about Nadezhda Dorofeeva, her ex-husband, and like it's just an example that she has a very big audience, and one day her action destroyed it. Like, it's not a question about her action, it's good or not. It's just an example that reputation is very important in this question, creation of your personal brand.
Yeah, okay, sounds really reasonable. You know, while I have been listening to you, I also thought about one more topic. How do you think, is it fair to create a personal brand in a sphere where you are not qualified enough? For example, you know, a lot of pretty girls on the Instagram, they're trying to create a personal brand of, I don't know, of models, of people who can help you to lose some weight or something like this. And especially for me, it's extremely painful when they are building this brand without having enough knowledge. Because if I am open to you in the question that are connected with my health, I want to receive from you, you know, a clarified help, not just a help of a girl who did something and who can share her experience.
Like, for me, again, it's maybe a part of инфо-цыганство, because it's, of course, it's your reputation, because when you don't know about what you're saying, it's not a personal brand. It's something strange for me, and maybe for people and other too, because you create a personal brand like a specialist. You would like to earn on it, but not only about your like personality. It's about your knowledges and your skills. And if you don't have a skills and you don't have a knowledges, how we can say that you're specialist? And of course it's depends on person, but like just I don't like these people really, because for me as a lawyer, as a future specialist, I can understand how people can sell their something in sphere where they didn't know anything. Like,
Okay, I also have one question about this infogripsis phenomenon, because how to usual people like me, maybe if not in lawyer sphere that I can discern the infogripsis and real specialist, but for example in the sphere of don't even know, maybe psychology, that is most popular sphere in this in personal brand, not for gypsies, don't know speciality, how to say it. So how to discern info gypsy and personal brand maker? So what may be points and differences between them that we can say that is info gypsies and that's a personal brand maker?
Like, you would like to ask what's the difference between these specialities?
Not the differences, but by what
how
difference,
to understand who is who.
Yeah, but what differences we can say that this is the one and this is the two.
To be honest, maybe there are a lot of points. First of all, I have to think. First of all, it's maybe like your target of that you what you say as a brand maker, maybe.
Okay, you can think and answer in the later of the interview. It's not a problem. So we can talk about personal brand. Maybe we learning about why we were talking. So if you're talking about the personal brand, how to build it. So we can maybe learn differences in this question. How to build a personal brand. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, you have to decide what you need a personal brand for, whether it makes sense to develop it in your case or not, because when you start to create a personal brand, you have to understand that you will be a media personality, and you will be recognizable, and if you are not ready for it, you don't have to create it. Secondly, you have to answer the question who you are and why are you, because you need to think about where you want to be in the market and how people should see you, because people is really lazy by the nature, and when a person looks at you, he must immediately and clearly understand who you are and what you can do for him. So and I think that people on the subconscious level have to understand that you are the solution of his problem. So, and in this case, you have to explain how you are different from competitors and why it's worth contacting you. Because again, at the field of social media and this topic, there are a lot of competitors, and you have to explain for people again why you can find the solution of the problem of that people. And when you understood your place in your field, and that you understood for what you are in this sphere. It's important to work with the target audience because it's necessary to work in a certain group of people who are interested in it, because it's very hard to try to cover everyone. Because, for example, if I'm talking about nail sphere, I don't know, maybe for Alexei it won't be interested. So you have to choose the audience which will interested in your sphere, and then you have to work with it. You have to work with personal brand to show the people yourself as a person, and it's better to show you as a person and not only just a specialist, because you have because it's very annoying to see to always looking at people who work and that's all. Like if you have a real life, you can be more interested for people than if you are not, if you are only work. And again, you have to be yourself. You have to write a content on your page which is image yourself with is image of your image of your field, and maybe at the first time post is better to write for yourself, by yourself, because it will convey or your style or your personality. And in the case that we are talking about, you are like a specialist in the sphere of personal brand, you need to post only that information which you are sure. Like we said about it, you have to post only verified information because it shows you like a specialist, and people would trust you in this.
Okay, so we have maybe 3 points: that you need to be professional and to know what you are saying, that you need to be confident and maybe trust yourself what you say. And also, so you need to be yourself, as we said.
Yes.
These points. So maybe the first difference, I also remember the one situation, that the first and most important difference between InfoGypsies and personal brand bankers is about professionalism, because we have example of Ukrainian Spartak Sobota that was like professional psychologist, but it wasn't. So as it we know it nearly. But it also, many people that I know say that he gave them not bad advices, I can say. I don't know, is it useful, but something like this.
Yes, but it's the case of Spartak Sobota, it's again about reputation. But as a person who made a personal brand, he's a hero because he created a very good personal brand without a lot of knowledge, I think, or some education about this topic. So it's just example that make how you can make a personal brand, but not be so professionalist or something like this.
Coming back to your topic, I just also wanted to add that, when you are looking for a piece of advice from a psychologist, it means that you are not confident in yourself or something like this. You're just trying to find, one more hint from the universe or something like this. And maybe this is exactly the way how it worked. People, they knew what they actually were supposed to do, but they were trying to find some help from psychologists. That's why some recommendations from that person worked for your friends.
Maybe so. I don't. I don't even know about Spartak Sobota before this coincidence. I don't know. So for me, it was a very interesting news about it. But I even don't know about him. So okay, about next question, we can say about personal brand in lawyer sphere. So how it can help in our career, because me and you and many others, maybe our viewers also interested in lawyer sphere, in lawyer career. So how it can help, maybe why and for what we can do it.
Okay, first of all, as I said, now we can sell everything. And the era of monetization, lawyers finally can sell their services too. Because, for example, how it was before, the client base was mainly replenished thanks to connections. Like, I have a friend who has a lawyer and they have a problem which can help, which could be find a solution by this lawyer. But now, thanks to the social networks, you can search for clients in a much wider range. And we can find, as clients, we can find the lawyers at the internet. For example, I don't have a really big problem. For example, I don't go to the prison, just little legal problem, and I can ask for a lawyer in the social media online, how I can decide it's my problem, and this lawyer can help me by the money he sell her service or their service. It doesn't matter. And why it's important? Because again, our sphere, our field is very have a big competition, and to increase our income in the sphere, to earn more money, we have to create a personal brand to show people us as a lawyer, as a professional, and why we are different between why we are different for other people, for other specialists in the sphere.
Okay, I also I agree with you about the social maybe advertising, because I often see, not often, but sometimes around our Karlsruhe Univer, I see paper leaflets about some about lawyers and other maybe services that it can provide. But yeah, I think that the future is in mobile and social sphere, social media advertising. But what I want to ask is about can a personal brand be made by a prosecutor's maybe office or a judge office to make a social benefit, not for monetization, but for example that people more often go with their problems to prosecutor's office and more often go to the court, because I know many people that are afraid because go into the court and their problems are not don't have solution without it, and many some are like these situations. So can personal brand be made by not commercial benefit and make by a social benefit in government structures?
I thought about this question really long, but I think yes, but there is like points maybe for judges or the same sphere, something like this. You can create a content like informative, like to people, to share people idea that court it's not hard or something like this, to people understand how it works or how procedures they are, not for monetization. And it's could be for another sphere too, but I don't sure that it will be personal brand. Like, personal brand means that you are you are create some image for people to monetize your knowledges, to find new clients, to find new people in this sphere, or who wants to to find the solution of his problem. And but if we are talking not for monetization, I think that you can create personal brand. Like our project, we are creating some personal brand in the sphere of cultural values, etc. But we are not have a goal of monetization it. And it's like only you have to create a content only like informative, as I said, to people have to understand that. For example, to learn more about cultural values, it's about our project, or learn more about legal spheres. We are talking about court, judge, etc.
Josh, I also thought about your question, and I think that not all of the personal brand that we have, they are only about the monetization. Like, of course, maybe the majority of personal brand that we have right now on the Instagram, for example, they were created with this purpose. But they also have like some other directions, some other ways, and people, they still can inspire others. Yeah. So this is the way how it works. If I tell like, okay, good idea, followers, I sort out the rubbish. Maybe one person will think, okay, it's good to sort out the rubbish because she can help like our society, she can improve the ecological condition. Maybe I also should start sorting the rubbish or something like this. So yeah. Personal brands, I think that they are usually created for the purposes that Alina has just described us. But as Alina also told us, sometimes it's good to include your personal life inside the personal brand that you build, and in this way you also may promote some ideas that will not be monetized, that will be just accepted by other people.
Yeah, it's interesting for me because I think about government and most lawyer structure, not lawyers, about legal structure like prosecutors, office, judge position and others, that most people think that this is a boring work. Maybe it is, but I think that people in our country don't often go to the prosecutor's office, and this is a problem in our time. So maybe a personal brand can be a solution for this.
Oh, by the way, I have to say, guys, sorry, I have an extremely talkative mood today. I know that our DSNS system, like they also have their pages on the Instagram, and they think that the main problem is that if we're talking about government structure, they are just not interested in it. They don't have enough time, or there is no position for people who will lead this personal brand, and they will not receive money for it. That's why they don't have external or internal motivation even. That's why it doesn't work. But in case you have this motivation, why not? I think it will be a good idea to promote like the legal issues, for example, like you told us.
Yes, and this is about question about the SNS, about their social media, social networks. Due to this, last year, they have some special contact, maybe some jokes, memes, etc. And due to this, a lot of people started to relate it to this more how to explain. Not only like for DSNS, but like an organization who can help him for a difficult situation. So this, and in this case, social media really helps to government structures to have to there seriously or something like this, if you understand me.
Yeah, I think I get your point. So
yes.
one more point from my side. I adore Patron, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And before the war, I have never heard about like demining organizations or something like this. But because of the fact that I follow Patron, I see how this guy they are working. I see like all these processes, and I believe them more. So, Alexei, I think it's a good example to answer the question that you had just asked us. Yeah, we are developing the personal brands for our government structures, I think, right now. Mainly because of the war, because we destroyed that bridge between society and government right now, because we are all united, and this is the way how it works, I think.
Yeah, okay, thank you for answering this question, because it's really interesting me.
Okay, yeah, again, I also have one more question for you that came to my mind. Is there any specific aspects on how to build a personal brand in a sphere of law? Do we have any like specific aspect difference? Is it different from other personal brands or no? Should I pay attention or some aspects, peculiarities?
As for me, like the same structure to build personal brand in the legal sphere, law sphere, and other sphere. Like, first of all, you have to create your social network, social media. First of all, it's Instagram, because all of the term of personal brand based on it. Because here we can post useful information, make a beautiful visual. It's about SMM strategy, and Instagram can promote post itself, and this way we have an opportunity to gain a more audience. And of course, if we talk about social networks, it's TikTok. It's like, I think, clear. Here I think it could be post more live content but by the way, lawyers likes TikTok more than Instagram. I don't know why. But now, if you know, maybe you have you had some recommendations that a lot of lawyers on this platform TikTok, who help Ukrainians abroad, post the video, the informative content about paperwork, or talk about the specific of a particular country, and this way it helps him to again sells their service, because people would like to know more, and it's a really great opportunity to lawyers now to build a personal brand on the social media, because now a lot of Ukrainians had a situation where they can understand what they have to do, because it's really hard topic. It's a really hard situation, and lawyers now at the moment have a really great opportunity to create personal brand by the help for Ukrainians abroad, not abroad, like just in this situation.
Okay, thank you for your answer. So I think we can finalize, because it's over time. So maybe I think that Daria don't have another questions about you, and I think I have a point about building and promoting your personal brand. It's very interesting theme, and I don't even know such exactly about it. So, and our finalized question, that what three things do you associate, 3 words, sorry, or maybe things, do you associate with Ukraine?
Personal brand?
No. Okay. But you can make. Okay, we can say about personal brand. It's very interesting.
Yeah, forget for a second about personal brand. We know that you are well educated in this topic, but now just switch off your mind. We wanted to ask you about 3 things that you associate with Ukraine. It may be like 3 adjectives, like marvelous, amazing, brave, lovely, picturesque, and blah blah blah. It may be like 3 things like borscht and I don't know. It was the first thing that came to my mind. Maybe I need to eat.
Okay, I associate with Ukraine. First of all, it's home, it's people, and it's culture. Like all of this, not adjective, all of these words associate me with Ukraine because it's my home, it's place where I was born, and I hope that we will be on the top of this world.
Okay, I agree with you. I think it's a right words to most of every Ukrainian. Okay,
Yes.
so thank you for interview. So bye bye to our viewers.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
thank you
attention.
for telling us about personal brand. I think it will be useful for a lot of people.